is a help video for the space poster project, which is our summative poster at the end of the astronomy unit. So for the actual assignment, there's two places to find it. One over here in this upcoming sidebar, you have December 21st, space poster summative. You can see it's due Wednesday, December 21st. There's also the assignment for the works cited page, which we'll talk about in just a second. You can also find those two assignments over here in this orange space poster folder. So you can have the works cited and the summative poster here. You also have assigned objects. So if you forget what your object is for any reason, you can look here to see what you picked. And then I also have examples. So a great example, an okay example, and a needs improvement example of research and works cited. And we'll look at that also later in this video. So for this, I'm just going to open up this assignment here. I'm just going to read this to you. This assignment is a summative poster project at the end of our astronomy unit. It is 25 summative points. Summative points is that 80% of your grade, that larger part. Students received a paper copy of the poster, including research, a rubric, and the poster paper itself on Wednesday, December 14th in class. That is this that students got. So on one side, it has the actual poster paper that you're going to make the poster on. And then on the other side, it has research, and it also has rubric and introduction. So this is all of it together in one. Students will have 1 week to complete the poster with 5 class work days. They may work on it at home if they would like, but shouldn't need to if they use their time well. Examples of research and works cited, that's the same in that examples folder, so a great, okay, and needs improvement. A blank copy of research and rubric. So that's just a blank copy of this. So if you kept this in class and you wanted to see it at home, you could absolutely do that. Help video. That's what I'm making right now, so that'll be there. This is the rubric, again, just in like the Schoology form, so I'll just be using this when we are grading. But again, it's the exact same one as this. It's just slightly different format because it was on Schoology. But let us take a look at that rubric a little bit more clearly. I'm going to look at this one here because it's color-coded and kind of easier to read. So it's broken down into 7 sections. And you can see anywhere there's an X, that means that you can't get that point. So like for the section number 1, the most points you can get is 2. You can't get a 3 or 4. Same with picture, you can't get a 4. So I'm just going to go through each section, and then I'll also go here to our questions to see what they are. All right, so for section 1, size and shape, you'll notice for all of them, you'll get a 1 if you do not complete it, not a 0, you get a 1. But for this one, for 2, have object's name, diameter, distance, and revolution. So down here, section 1, object name, diameter, distance, and revolution. So you have to have all those included. For composition, section 2, to get full points, you'd have to describe the main components of the object, including elements, physical state, and comparative density. What I mean by that is comparative density, is it more or less than water? Water has a density of 1 gram per milliliter or 1 gram per centimeters cubed. So is it more or less than that? And then we have composition, rock or gas, and then main elements. You have to fill out those 3 questions for section 2. To get a 3 out of 4, you're missing 1 of the main components. So one of these questions is not filled out or not filled out correctly. To get a 2 out of 4, you're missing 2 or more. 1, you did not do it. Section 3 is history. So the history of the object is given in 2 to 3 complete sentences in detail. Detail can include discovery time or person and possible missions to your object. A 3 out of 4 is you have 2 to 3 complete sentences, but you are lacking detail. A 2 out of 4, history of the object given in limited detail. 1 out of 4, it is not completed. So history down here, history of how it was discovered, 2 to 3 complete sentences, which makes sense. Section 4, surface description. So a 4 out of 4, surface description given in 2 to 3 complete sentences in detail. Details can include geology and atmospheric conditions. So geology would be like, what features do you see? Do you see mountains? Do you see craters? Do you see volcanoes? Is there anything about the composition in number 2 that you want to talk about? Because it's made up of this element, the ground is going to be really hard or really soft or something like that. Atmospheric conditions. If your object has an atmosphere, does that change the way you can see space around it? Can you not see space? Does it make the sky a different color, like it makes our sky blue? So talk about that if it has it. And then 3 out of 4, description in 2 to 3 complete sentences, but lacking that extra detail. 2 out of 4, description limited detail. 1 out of 4, not completed. So again, that section here, describe what it would look like if you stood on the surface, 2 to 3 complete sentences. That makes sense. Investigation, section 5, to get a 4 out of 4, 2+ questions that you want to investigate with a description of how you would accomplish them. So for that, I'm asking, what would you like to investigate about this object? You do not have to give me incredibly detailed how you would accomplish them. You don't have to give me a blueprint for the spacecraft that you are making. When we look at examples, I'll talk a little bit more about what I mean by how you would accomplish them. Let's see. And then for meeting standards, so 3 out of 4, 1 question you want to investigate with a description of how you would accomplish it. 2 out of 4, questions that you want to investigate with no description. 1 out of 4, not completed. So the question is, what investigations would you like to complete about this object? Complete sentence. All right, for section 6, interesting facts or features. 4 out of 4, 3+ facts or features given in complete sentences. 3 out of 4, 1 or 2 interesting facts in complete sentences. 2 out of 4 interesting facts or features not given in complete sentences, and 1 out of 4 not completed. So I give you space to list 3 interesting facts or features. Again, complete sentences. All right. Picture is section 7. The max you can get is a 3 out of 3. You cannot get a 4 on this section. Drawing of object is detailed, including color and important features / information. So any features that you found from section 6 here, or any composition or description from section 4 should be included in your picture to the best of your ability. You do not have to be a fantastic artist. You just have to try your best. And if you just do not have the artistic ability, like I do not have a great artistic ability, and you're like, I can't draw and make it look like what it's supposed to look like, never fear. You can add labels saying, I'm drawing this, this is what it's supposed to be, so I understand what you're trying to draw. 2 out of 3, drawing of object with lack of detail. 1 out of 3, not completed. Again, for a total of 25 points. And then for the research, I'm just asking you what features will you include in your picture, and then you just have to actually draw the picture on here. And your picture should be quite large because that's the main focus of your poster is this object. So it should take up at least like a quarter of your poster. It should be a pretty large picture, and you just need 1, but you can add more if you want to. All right, this is going to be a pretty long video, so I think I'm going to leave it here. In the next video I make, I'll be going through specific examples of the research and talking about each question. Bye.